What's going on, guys? It's Life with Gator here, and we have the first episode of tearing into the go-kart. Now you're gonna have to be mindful of my voice. I'm kind of going through a little cold right now, but we have it up on kind of a makeshift stand. Got some things unboxed. We have heat in the garage now, so that's awesome. So basically, we have it up on a makeshift little stand here. In this episode, we're going to be tearing the engine off of it and kind of getting a closer look at this framework in the back. So I'm going to figure out some sort of stand to put you guys on, and we'll go from there. Alright, so this is as good of an angle as I can get at this very moment, but we're going to start loosening the bolts up on the bottom here. So I have a 1/2 inch wrench, got the adjustable on the top. If I could get on to the bolt here. Actually, I'm going to rethink this. I wonder if I can get a ratchet in there. Alright, so we're back. Got a ratchet. It's going to be much easier to get this bolt out ratcheting as opposed to with the wrench. So I'm just going to kind of break all of these loose here. There's 4 of them. Now this plate was a custom made plate because this machine kept popping the belt off. So the plate was made so that the belt, or not the belt, but the chain had adjustment. So right now it's all the way adjusted in because the chain was brand new when I put it on here. So, now there's a few more things that we're going to have to disconnect from the engine. And so I'll take these bolts all the way out. But anyway, yeah, there's a few more things that we'll have to disconnect from the engine, like the throttle cable. Obviously the chain will have to come off, but I think I can get that off the way it sits. So we're going to leave one bolt tight. Take these 3 bolts out. Like I say, you're going to have to be mindful of my voice. I have a bit of a cold going on right now. That's why the videos on the other channel, Gaming with Gator, I haven't been able to put them out a couple days here because as of, well, this morning is really the first morning I could actually talk like a normal person. So, yeah, it was tough going there for a little while. Yeah, so those videos will be resuming. If you also watch that channel, those will be resuming probably today. I plan on trying to get one out for you guys. I do like doing the daily uploads on that channel. This channel I'm going to do probably 2 uploads a week if I had to guess, now that I have some sort of heat in this. Alright, so we got 3 of the 4 bolts out. Now I'm going to get you in here. We're going to take a look. We'll get you in here. Take this air box off. Take the breather off there. That should give us, let's get the leaves out of the way. Now really, a guy could do some sort of cold air intake with that filter in that condition. But that should give us, actually no. Trying to find where my throttle, oh yeah, throttle cable goes in right there. I also did get a new mic for the GoPro, so if you notice a change a little bit there, hopefully it's a change in the right direction. Alright, so to release this throttle cable, try and get a good view, just gotta unscrew this. And I may have to take, yeah, I'm going to have to take this off. There's 2 bolts there that actually will take the whole carb off, but we don't want to do that, so we're just going to move it out of the way. So I believe those are 10 millimeters. Alright, so let's get these moving out of the way here. This has been on and off so many times, it's a wonder the carb or the gasket has never leaked. But drop that. Should put a little counter on the video, see how many bolts I drop. It's going to be a lot of them. Alright, so then you just take this, wiggle it back a little bit, and there is our throttle cable. Now, the screw for it. Now, like I say, we do need a new throttle cable, and I know nothing about any of that, so if any of you know anything better, let me know. I know nothing about how to measure them. This was a new throttle cable, I believe, when I redid it years ago, but it needs to be replaced again. So anyway, we'll come back here. I'm gonna put that carb back on because I don't want anything to get in there. Then I dropped it again. Let's drop bolt number 2 on the counter. Alright, even if we just put it on loosely, that'll be good enough. Alright, there's 1. There's 2, okay, so I didn't really put it on loosely, but okay, so now we'll get you back in some sort of stand here. Alright, so now we got you in a little different location here. We're going to take out this last bolt, which is in the front here. Oh, we get our adjustable wrench on the top. Really all we got to do is crack these bolts loose. As I drop the ratchet. And once we crack them loose, you can almost take them out by hand. Be better cracking it loose if I was loosening. But yeah, once you crack them loose, they're not in there. I don't know, I guess I didn't put them in there. The strength holding the world together. And I will take that out by hand. And the engine should be ready to be removed, and we can take a little closer look at the engine and everything else. So now I'm going to have to try and finagle it a little bit. And try and we'll get you kind of set up a little better there. Try and kind of finagle the chain off of it. I'm sure, oh yeah, she's loose on there. Put this cover back on. Goes like this actually. This loosely. So we should be able to kind of tilt it. Pull the chain off that way, pull the chain down. And just like that, we have our engine off. So we'll set that off to the side. It's full of gas. Alright, so now we have our engine off. Have our plate. Chain is here. I'm thinking I want to, still in this episode, or maybe we'll do it in the next episode actually. So anyway, here we have the plate, and that'll be obviously sandblasted down with the new sandblaster I got right over there. Press the camera up a little bit. And that'll be sandblasted down and figured out that way. You can see it was welded on here. This whole area should be okay for the for what I'm trying to do here. That whole area should be okay. I almost want to start looking at the seat next. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next episode if I'm looking at the seat or if I'm going to try and get this rear axle off of here. I might get the rear axle off just to kind of, you know, get this whole rear section complete and disassembled. So we're down to just the frame. I got to take this brake off of here because, like I stated in the previous video, the shoes are falling off. As you can see, here's a piece of the shoe. And it's just not in good condition anymore. So yeah, if you like what you saw, well, so here's a little closer look at the engine off the stand. We got it sitting on the floor here, just a regular Predator 212. She sustained a little bit of damage over time, but that's okay. A little bit of rust on the muffler, that's fine. I'm not really, I guess, too worried about that. Yeah, Predator 212. This is one of the older Predator 212s, but I'm sure not much has changed. So anyway, if you guys like what you saw, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. We'll see you in the next one, and we'll keep tearing into this thing.